Well, it's a bit difficult to hear you. I can hear you very faintly. I think our volume is quite down there in the studio, but the president is about to tee off here at the Rondebosch Golf course. He is accompanied by leaders of the African National Congress, JJ, the provincial chairperson, also the Treasurer General of the ANC, Dr. Gwen Ramokhupa, who also works with the Progressive Business Council, and a number of business people and businesses that have joined the ANC for this 113th birthday anniversary golf challenge of the ANC here, where the president will ultimately tee off. Also saw Popi Ramatupa, the Premier of Limpopo. You also see Snuki Zigalala, ANC Veterans League President, and a number of other individuals who are amongst this photo with the President, who have donated to the ANC this time around. We did earlier on speak to Dr. Gwen Ramokhupa, who said this particular golf challenge or tee-off of the ANC has essentially been sold off this time around. We are going to try and grab some of those whom have gathered along with the president. They are here, and the president normally does a tee off with these particular business people with them. We can also see Sasekane Manzini there of Limpopo, of Mpumalanga, the former MSc of Health, the MSc of Health, the Premier of Limpopo. How are you, ladies?
Yeah, we are good.
Good.
Yes.
Why are you not transporting buses from Mpumalanga to here? You don't have money.
No. We have extended to 3 events out of 1. So we have got more events than one that we wanted to make to have.
I hear you want to be the provincial chair in Limpopo. Are you going to win? Are you going to become the first woman provincial chair in that province?
Who told you that?
Sources.
You see, that's a problem with you and your sources. I've told you, and I always tell you, that the ANC has got its own processes. And currently, we are at the face of celebrating 113 years of the African National Congress, and that's what we are here for. You ask me anything about how old is the ANC, how do I feel, where do we want to see the ANC in the next 113 years, I'll have all the answers. At the right time, the ANC has got its own faces. From here, we are going to have regional conferences. From regional conferences, we are going to elections, local government elections. And currently, I've just been given a huge responsibility of turning around the lives of the people of Limpopo, who, by the way, gave the African National Congress almost 74% of their confidence. Therefore, when they ask about roads, when they ask about water, when they ask about the jobs, these are the things that are troubling my mind every day, not what you are asking for.
So you don't see yourself succeeding Stan Matabat?
What I see myself, it's succeeding in making sure that at the end of the 7th administration, people of Limpopo have got jobs, people of Limpopo are working, people of Limpopo have got reliable roads. Currently there are floods which are damaging the bridges. We must find a way and find money to be able to fix those bridges, to be able to fix those schools, to be able to improve the health of our people. That is what I see myself succeeding in the next 5 years.
You don't see yourself being the provincial chair in Mpumalanga?
Samkele.
That is
the spokesperson.
That is Sasekane Mazini and Popi Ramatupa. The president of the ANC is essentially now going to go and tee off Ayanda, where he will be alongside the Treasurer General of the ANC, who are going to try and go in as well and try and speak to him.
Yes, our finances are in order. She is running a really good shop for the ANC, raising money and making sure that the ANC has enough funding.
Yeah.
So today is a wonderful fundraising day.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
That was essentially the president of the ANC there. He is now about to go and tee off. He is saying that the finances of the ANC are in order, and that the Treasurer General, Dr. Gwen Ramokhupa, has them in order, and they will be able to effectively run this 113th birthday anniversary of the ANC, and also run the affairs of the African National Congress going towards the 2026 local government elections. And it also comes at a time where the ANC is essentially faced with problems of non-racialism here in the Western Cape province, where donors over a period of time have also turned their backs on the ruling party.
Bit of a, I suppose, a challenge to have some kind of stable shot. So our viewers will forgive us as we try get you a sense of not only what the president is saying, but many of those who are accompanying him, given just how many issues are in the air, loosely speaking, as the ANC marks 113 years of its existence. The January 8th statement, of course, going to be delivered in Khayelitsha on Saturday. But there you can see in frame the Treasurer General of the organization in Gwen Ramokgopa, Dr. Ramokgopa, the President of the country and of the ANC, Cyril Ramaphosa, as well as presumably other business people who I suppose are given a bit of attention and a bit of a pedestal in an event like this, where the ANC is trying to woo them to dig deep into their pockets and continue backing this organization. In fact, the Treasurer General, Samkele, if you're able to hear us still, saying earlier today that the call they're making out to these business people is to fund democracy.
Indeed, and Dr. Gwen Ramokgopa did say that the call they are making is for private business to fund democracy within the country, not just saying they must fund the African National Congress, but broadening it up to say that it must be amongst all political formations that are there within the country, not only just the African National Congress going into the Political Party Funding Act, and also the role that private business has played in funding political parties, that if they don't want to fund one political party directly, they can put it into a particular pot that is governed by the IEC, administered by the IEC, then divides that particular money amongst all political parties within the country. It is a bit of a scramble here, particularly also noting that the former Treasurer General of the ANC, that would be Dr. Zwelini Mkhize, did engage with President Ramaphosa, particularly on the issues pertaining to the amounts that are kept on how much businesses can donate to political parties that don't need to be declared. That 100,000, there was a debate of increasing that particular 100,000 amount. That if you donate more than 100,000, you have to declare. Many parties did not want that. Hence, you saw some of them donating 99,000 rands, about 8 times, in order to avoid 99,000 rands, in order to avoid that particular declaration that once you donate 100,000, you must declare that you donated to such and such a party, or the IEC will also publish that particular amount, that such and such a business donated more than 100,000 to the ANC or to any other political formation. They don't want that particular amount to be declared, and that ultimately affected political parties and how much they were giving to political organizations.
Absolutely. We're going to stay with you as long as we can, Samkele, because I can see the president is reaching for his golf club. His gloves are on, which means perhaps there may be a bit of action, loosely speaking, given that this is a presidential golf day. It also gives us an opportunity, Samkele, to speak about the many other salient issues around the ANC's presence in the Western Cape and what's taken place in the last 24 hours. The president reacting to the news that his predecessor in Jacob Zuma has asked essentially to be reinstated after he was expelled last year.
Indeed, and he did react to that particular question we posed to him yesterday, saying that the ANC processes have and are done and dusted. As you can see, he will effectively be teeing off in a showcase that the disciplinary processes against his predecessor are done, dusted and teed. So I will just keep taking the moment from him. One would think it's Tiger Woods about to tee off there, but it is the president of the African National Congress. Well, there, the president of the ANC has effectively, they are saying it is a beautiful. Effectively, that is the presidential golf challenge of the ANC that has now effectively started with the president of the ANC. They're teeing off. He is now putting away his golf club into his particular bags, and they're now being taken by his security. You can also see this particular business individual who is part of the Progressive Business Forum, who donated to the ANC. He is also now teeing off. Effectively, these are the business people that would one assume as they are on, they say, man on the tee, as you can see him celebrating there with the president after a good tee off. This particular business individual as well, part of the main business people, he is the man on the tee, about to tee off now.
That's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one.
Not me.
Oh, you did well.
Yeah.
You did well.
As you can see, the president is saying the man to last tee off is the real golfer that is here, likening him to Tiger Woods, saying he's the real Tiger here. I wonder what Gwede Mantashe is thinking when he hears others being called the Tiger.
In the line of fire. In the line of fire. Hey.
Well, it is a particular challenge of people speak. Some are saying that you can swing better.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Definitely.
Do you want to go swing?
Yes.
Must I arrange for you?
Yes, please. Do.
Just define a swing for us. What happens in a swing? How do you see that a swing is good?
Head down and follow through.
Head down and follow through. Head down and follow through. It's very interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I'm getting some golfing lessons here that you fall down and follow through as when you are effectively playing this sport of golf. I'm not a golfer myself. If you were to ask me about football, soccer, I would be able to tell you a lot and a little bit about rugby, but football will be a little bit difficult. As you can also see, there are a number of other government dignitaries that are here. You can also see the deputy chair of the ANC in Gauteng, also MEC of Health, Nomantu Nkomorali. She is also here, and the president of the Youth League, Colin Malaji, alongside the leadership of the African National Congress in this presidential golf challenge to raise those funds for the party in an era where the ANC has ultimately dipped under 50%, where they no longer govern the country alone. They govern with other political formations, and in particular the Democratic Alliance, which the South African Communist Party has taken huge exception to that particular arrangement of the government of national unity that also encompasses the Democratic Alliance. You've seen Helen Zille of the DA tweeting frantically about some of the comments that have been made by Deputy President of the ANC, Paul Shipokosa Mashatile, and also joined by Tony Leon, the former leader of the DA as well, who has commented extensively in some of the campaigns of the ANC in Khayelitsha, in Kukuletu. There has been an uproar and debate of how much the municipality actually spends in rural and township communities that are largely dominated by the black community, Ayanda.
Absolutely important, of course, to continue placing the significance of an event like this, even as we take in some of the more, I suppose, brief moments of humor and the show and tell involving the president's teeing off just a short while ago. Don't worry, Samkele, I won't ask you your handicap or anything like that, since you've already confessed to us that golf is not really your thing. But politics is, and part of what we've heard already is, for example, that the Treasurer General of the ANC mentioning that, quite frankly, they had to lower their prices this time around because of the economic conditions of the country.
The next time will be after sauna.
After sauna?
Yes.
No, I'll definitely join you. I'll tee off with you at sauna, Mr. President.
Samkele, my game will never be complete until you join me. I know, I want you to beat me.
But I'll also join you in the buffalo and Ankole. The president there of the country and of the ANC essentially saying that the next one where he will be teeing off will be at the State of the Nation address. So my handicap needs to definitely improve the Ayanda.
We certainly will not miss Samkele Maseko, always, of course, trying to catch a moment with the president. You're watching live visuals now of the presidential golf day, essentially well underway. The president kicking things off. Is that the right term you use in golf? He's teed off, I'm told. And of course, we'll be watching the significance around all of this, which is ultimately for the ANC to try to raise funds for the year ahead. This event, part of a build-up to the January 8th statement, it's said to be followed by a presidential gala dinner expected from around 5 o'clock today.